You can get involved as much as you like. I mean, in theory, you only really need to attend 3 meetings every 6 months, usually at night, and then you're left to do your ward work and constituency work. Or you can get even more involved and start to become, a chairman of a committee or whatever, and work your way through. Or ultimately, then when you've got the experience, you can sit on the cabinet, which makes a lot of decisions, scrutinised by scrutiny panels, in which it's well worthwhile. You know what's going on in your city, and you're able to influence it.
Every day is a different day, because different people have different challenges, different issues, different concerns. So one day I could receive 2 or 3 calls about fly tipping. The next day it could be something to do with schooling. So I'll share with you what happened yesterday. I had one person who had received an enforcement letter which had gone to court, and now he has a £400 fine, and he's saying he never received the enforcement letter or the court letter. So I'm looking at that for him. Another resident contacted me because her daughter is being bullied at school, and it's an issue that she's discussed with the head teacher, but it's ongoing. A third resident contacted me about some crime taking place at a local cemetery. So when visitors were going to a cemetery, their cars were being broken into and their personal goods were being stolen, which is very bad, of course. So I've contacted the council, and we're working on that to see how we can improve that. And incidentally, that's then taken me on to BBC Radio Cambridgeshire, where I'll be sharing what's been going on at the cemetery with a view to helping raise awareness. So those are the 3 things which came to my attention yesterday. But every day is different because people have
having cabinet responsibility, I actually felt I should leave my full-time job because there weren't enough hours in the day to juggle the cabinet portfolio and my day job. So I decided to put the residents and the council first. What is an average day? There isn't an average day. Every day is different. It depends what phone calls come in as to what needs doing, who needs helping. Then it can be meeting different officers for various different reasons, from parking right through to housing needs, all sorts of things you could end up having meetings about. As a cabinet member, safeguarding board sits during the day, so you could be in Huntingdon at safeguarding board. Last week my Friday was spent at a conference on child sexual abuse. So there's a whole raft of things you can get dragged in on actually as a councillor, and it's incredible the phone calls you get that necessarily you wouldn't have thought about as an ordinary resident to raise with your councillor. So every day is different, and I'd probably say it is a 365 day a year job, because your inbox always fills up and your phone doesn't stop ringing.
Average day life of a councillor is talking to residents, having meetings, and typically going around the ward, I suspect, really. Not every day, obviously. But it's about communicating is a particular day for a councillor. So because it's a semi-part-time role, I have a day job, albeit you do get phone calls to deal with, but then on the evening you would either go visit residents, or you'll go to a meeting, for example, or you'll have some report to read, or you'll have leaflets to write, or publications to write as well. So the typical day is communicating with the state that you live in, which is brilliant and an honour to do.